You want to be able to explain every part of your resume. In career history, this is very, very, very important. For instance, when you are listing what you did in your job, either by bullet point or paragraph, you want to include metrics on how you improve the organization. Explaining your job and what you did in each position can be difficult for some, and that's completely understandable. But this is something recruiters and HR managers really look at. How you can explain what you did in each position. It's important that number one, you're putting quantifiable data in there, and that you're also putting things in a way where people can see that you are, one, a leader and a competent worker. I personally recommend that you would take the job description from the job you're applying for and apply what you feel works for each position you've been in to that job description. That is a chance for you to highlight to the HR manager that you can both see yourself in the role that they are posting, and they can see analytics, data, and proven job ability for what you can bring to that position. Education is also a very important part of the resume. This is regardless of the level of education you have achieved. If you have just a high school diploma, it should still be listed. If you have a bachelor's, master's, and PhD, you need to list it. What's also important about the education section in your resume is that things are formatted correctly. For instance, the things you should list: the school that you went to, where that school was located, the year you graduated, which we'll go into in a second, and the degree you earned. Those are important things that recruiters and HR managers look for. As for the year you graduated, rule of thumb is within 5 years of your graduation date to keep that on your resume. It's not mandatory for you to have the year you graduated. You can leave it off or on. That is a personal thing that you can choose. Certifications can also fall under your education, or it can be a separate section in your resume. But certifications are very important, especially for specific job fields. I highly encourage that you put relevant certifications that you have on your resume. This is a chance to show employers that you're seeking outside training or competencies to bring to your position. It's very, very important and can really be the difference between you getting or not getting a job. Now that we have covered what I like to call the major points of the resume: professional summary, core competencies, career history, and education, it's important that we talk about other things that can be included, i.e. certifications, volunteer organizations, and IT proficiencies. Your certifications can go in the education section, although some choose to highlight it in its own section in your resume. That is perfectly fine. You can list your certifications in bullet point format under a certifications section. Also, volunteer organizations. If you volunteer in the community, serve on the board of, say, a nonprofit, volunteer for 5K runs, anything like that, a lot of organizations nowadays are looking for civic-minded employees. This cannot hurt you. I would highly encourage putting it on your resume, especially if you are looking for added space within. Another thing to add is IT proficiencies. Now, IT proficiencies is very broad. If you are proficient in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, that is great. You can list that on your resume. But this is really a section for you to list other items that you are specifically skilled at in regards to IT. For instance, as an HR professional, I work with human resource systems. I list those in my IT proficiencies. Logistics professionals work with specific systems. All of us, no matter what career field, have worked with unique systems that apply to our career fields. IT proficiency section is an awesome place to put those items and fully round out your resume.